Governor Cuomo calls BS the COVID toilet paper problem. And did Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak just threaten us? I'm Michelle Mortensen, and this is what you need to know right now. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo did an interview with a radio station this week where he said the coronavirus vaccine is being rolled out too fast because of President Trump's ego. Then he said this.
On the way out the door, he wants to be able to say, I solved COVID because I discovered a vaccine. Now, it's all BS. He didn't do anything. It's the drug companies. And nobody's going to trust him saying it's a safe vaccine.
Okay, yes, a lot of credit goes to the drug companies. We have 2 potential vaccines that are more than 90% effective on the way. And who knows, really? There could be more vaccine options in the weeks to come. But to say this is all BS because he hates the president is exactly what's wrong with America. First, didn't Cuomo write a book about how well he led through the COVID crisis before COVID's even over?
He sure did.
Kind of premature to write a book, no? Talk about an ego.
Yeah, his ego is out of control.
Second, Cuomo is directly responsible for thousands of deaths in New York due to his mismanagement with nursing homes.
It's entirely his fault.
And third, this guy said he didn't even trust the vaccine because it was created while Trump was president. He wanted to do his own tests to make sure it was good to go. Now, that's an ego. I swear the ego on Cuomo is huge. Yet his impact and effectiveness in handling COVID is pretty darn small.
Cold in here?
Nope, just really small.
Meanwhile, as coronavirus cases surge and lockdowns grow, toilet paper is nowhere to be found.
Okay, toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper.
Same with paper towels and even some things like Diet Coke.
You're the Diet Coke of evil.
Why is fear of COVID causing these shortages? Well, it's twofold. People are stupid.
True. Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
And fear of lockdowns have people buying anything and everything they can get their hands on.
It's mine. All mine.
And the previous shutdowns seriously hurt the supply chains, not just for things like toilet paper and Lysol, but even for common items like Diet Coke or soda. With restaurants and bars closed for so long as well, suppliers slowed down their production of soda. And now we're looking at even more shortages.
No, not that. Anything but that.
Thanks, Democrat governors. Your fears have caused this problem. Oh, and when they tell you their actions are based on science, well, they aren't.
What's harder to deal with is proof, and there isn't any.
Research shows the lockdowns did very little to stall the growth of coronavirus, and reopening didn't cause a second wave. Despite the growing number of cases, we aren't even in a second wave now.
Well, I'll be darned.
That's according to research done by Donald Luskin. Statistical analysis shows that locking down the economy didn't contain the disease spread, and reopening didn't unleash a second wave of infections. You can actually read the whole report online.
I'd read that.
And speaking of lockdowns, Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak says he may issue some much stronger shutdown orders soon because of skyrocketing cases and hospitalizations. But that's not exactly true. Check this out. According to the Nevada Association of Hospitals, we have 6,660 beds in the state, but only 1,105 are filled with COVID cases. So that's only 16.59%. So why does it say on the same sheet that hospitals are 81% occupied? Well, because they're full, just not with COVID cases. Sure, occupancy rates are high, getting way too close to 100% for comfort, but not from COVID.
Really?
Really?
On Wednesday, Nevada saw an increase in 1,600 cases and 3 deaths. But that's nothing when you consider we're a state of 3 million people. So why do we keep hearing from the governor cases are surging and we're in trouble?
Excellent question.
Is it because he wants to shut us down so he can ask the Biden administration in 2021 for cash? Is it because he has COVID?
That could be it.
But even he says he has a mild case and has nothing more than the sniffles. So why hurt our economy even more than the first shutdown already did?
Good question. Good question.
It's a great question, but only one he can answer.
Well, just don't hold your breath waiting.
Sadly, he has shown us caring for constituents isn't a priority. He'd rather shut down our businesses, ruin our livelihoods, and hurt our children by not letting them go to school. He isn't making decisions for your safety. He's just making them out of fear. Now, you may be asking, is there anything we can do right now? The answer is no. Sisolak issued an executive order saying he has emergency control until he says he doesn't need it. So other than voting him out in 2 years, not much can be done. And that's quite possibly the worst news of all. I'm Michelle Mortensen, and this is what you need to know right now.